Hi everyone, and welcome to another session of Tone It Up. Today I'm starting the session with a chair, and then I also have a pair of dumbbells for later. Feel free, if you don't have a pair of dumbbells, to do these exercises without weight, or you can also get a can of food from your pantry or a bottle of water, something to hold in your hands as you do the exercises. But before we get to weights, let's start by warming up and marching in place. Good job. See how high you can get those knees. Are you able to get your thigh all the way off of the chair? Let's slow it down and see how high we can do it. And now let's speed it up. If you'd like, you can add some arms in there to get your whole body moving. And now let's move on to some wide steps. You're gonna go out with your legs, then bring them back in. Out, in, just like that. If you want to add some arms in here, out, in, we'll get that back warmed up as well. Good job, keep it up. Okay, let's stay in that wide stance. Bring each knee up, so we're going to go into a wide march. So just like we did that march at the beginning, this time we're doing the same thing, but our legs are wide apart. You're going to feel this up here in your hips as well as your thighs. Okay, stop that marching. Stand tall, take a deep breath. And we're going to bend down towards the ground and then reach up towards the ceiling, drawing a line in front of us. Bend down and reach up. Down and up. Perfect. Two more. Down, up, reach down to the ground, and spread those fingers apart at the ceiling. Good. Bring your legs back together. We're going to do some heel taps. So alternating legs, we're reaching that leg out and tapping our heels. Good job. If you want to add some arms in, reach with each heel tap. Good. Reach and tap. Reach, tap. Perfect. Okay, let's move on to some toes. So this time you're going to straighten your leg out, but you're pointing your toe towards the ground instead. Again, if you want to add some arms, reach. We'll reach out to the side this time. Point those toes. Okay, let's sit tall. Take one hand and hang it down at your side. The other can go up overhead. And we're gonna bend down, touch those fingers to the ground, and then stand back nice and tall. Bend to the side, tall. Good. Let's do two more. One and two. Okay, now your other arm is going to reach down towards the ground and your opposite arm is going to reach up overhead, and we're bending down towards the ground. Keep going. And one more. Okay, before we get up out of our chair, let's do some rotations with a punch to the right and a punch to the left. We're working our core here. Right, left, right, left. Good job. Keep it up. One more each side. Now sit tall, take a deep breath. We're going to move on outside of our chair, starting with some sit to stands. So make sure your feet are planted nice and solid on the ground. You can either have your hands on your knees, placed on your shoulders, out in front of you, whatever feels comfortable for you. And then you're going to push through your feet, stand out of that chair, and then take a seat once again. So you're standing up and sitting back down. Go at your own pace, stay safe. If there's something near you that you can use for balance or assistance, please do. Keep going. Let's try to get two more. One and two. Okay, stay standing. Come around somewhere so that you can place your arm on a chair or a table or anywhere that will help you keep your balance. We're going to move on to some standing exercises, the first one being high knees. So high knees, pretty self-explanatory, right? We're bringing our knees up as high as they can go. Maybe that's this high, maybe that's this high. Just challenge yourself. Good job. Okay, let's move on to some butt kicks. So for butt kicks, you're bringing your heel up to your glute. see how close to your seat you can get those heels. You're going to feel this exercise in the back of your thighs. Okay, let's get our lower legs now. We're going to move on to some calf raises. So with the calf raise, if you look from the side, I'm coming up onto my toes, the heels are off the ground, and then I'm slowly coming back down. So you're coming up and down. There you go. Try to resist gravity, bringing those heels down nice and slow. Let's get one more in there. And now we're bringing our toes up to our shins, and our heels are staying on the ground. Job. Okay, we're going to work on our right leg first for the next exercise. And you're going to step forward with that right leg and push that foot through the ground like you're trying to stomp through to the person below you. And then bring it back to center. Step forward, pushing into the floor, back to center. There you go. Step and back. We're just doing the right leg, and then we'll finish with the other leg after. Let's do two more with the right leg. And move on whenever you are ready to your left leg, stepping forward and back. Forward and back. There you go. Good job, keep going. Two more. And last one. Perfect. Okay, and let's keep ourselves next to our chair for this next exercise. You're going to want some balance. We're going to do a hip abduction. So we're going to start with our left leg. You're going to bring that leg out away from you and then back together. So you're kicking your leg out to the side, back together, just like that. Good job, halfway. Keep going. Let's do two more. And Last one. Hold that leg out there. We're gonna hold it for a few seconds. Perfect. Okay, march it out. We're gonna do our other hip this time. So with the opposite leg, with the right leg, kick that leg out to the side, bring it back together. Out to the side, together. Halfway there. Okay, give me 2 more. And hold that leg out there. Try to stay nice and tall. Use that chair for balance. And bring that foot back to the ground. Okay, let's march our way back to our chair. This time, if you're using dumbbells, you can grab your weights. And you're going to settle back into your chair. Let your hands hang all the way down at your side. And we're going to start with some bicep curls. So your hands should be fully straight, and then curl those hands up to your shoulder. Good job. Let's do 2 more. And 2. Okay, give those hands a rest. Wiggle your fingers a bit if you'd like to. And then we're going to move on to an overhead press. So with the overhead press, you're starting at your shoulders this time, and then pressing those dumbbells up as high as you can get them. So you're pressing up and down, like you're placing something on a high shelf. Good job. Make sure we're breathing. Good job. 2 more. 1 and 2. Okay, next exercise, let's scoot forward to the edge of our seat. Give ourselves a little bit of a bend forward, and have your hands hanging down at your side. Now what we're going to do next is raise those hands behind you, pinching your shoulder blades together, and then slowly bringing those hands back down. So it's like you're spreading your wings, and then bringing those wings back to center. Good job. Try to keep your elbows just slightly bent. And 1 more. Awesome. Okay, let's turn over to our side in our chair. We're going to start with our right hand here and move into a row. So with a row, your hand's going to be hanging down straight, and then pull that weight so that you're reaching your hip joint and back down. Try to keep that elbow close to your side, squeezing that shoulder blade when you reach your hip. 2 more. Now hold that arm up at your hip and extend that hand backwards, working our triceps this time. Two more. Good job. Now, of course, we just did our right hand, so we got to balance it out and do our left. So turn to face your right, let your left hand hang. We're going to go back into those rows, elbow at the side, and your hands reaching up to your hip joint. Last one. Hold that arm up at your hip and then extend the hand backwards for some more tricep extensions. This is our last arm exercise, so try to push through. If you ever feel any pain or like you really need to take a break, you can skip an exercise, catch your breath, do a bit of stretching, and then return to the workout when you feel ready. Okay, let's do one more. Turn to face forward, drop those weights down to the ground. We're going to do a little bit of stretching to unwind. So starting with our hamstrings, let's stick our right heel out in front of us and bend forward till you feel a stretch in the back of your leg. Good job. Let's do the same with the left leg now. Perfect. Okay, right ankle on left knee. We're going to gently press down on that knee so you feel a stretch in your hip. Good job. Let's switch legs. So now the left ankle is going on the right knee. We're gently pressing down on that left leg. Awesome. Now let's stretch our back out a little bit. Take your right hand, give yourself a pat on the back, and then hold that arm in place by placing your hand on the elbow. It can go overhead. You can hold your forearm like this. Whatever gives you that nice stretch in the back of your arm. Perfect. Let's switch hands. Reach those arms up overhead, spread the fingers apart. Good. bring them down behind you. Chest up to the ceiling. Let's take a big deep breath into our chest and out. One more in and out. Okay, let's sit back in our chair. Roll those shoulders back. And you are done with your exercise for today. So thanks so much for joining them for Tone It Up, and come join us next time. Bye.